Hey Internet, it is Gunter with MiniMishaps Games, and it has been a long time since we made a video of any kind, but today I'm going to be showing some of the tools and gear that we got over the holidays that are going to help the channel or the sessions and be able to help us make videos, hopefully more, as a kind of resolution into 2023. And so I'm going to just jump right in, and this is going to be a combination of gifts and things that were donated to the channel, as well as I didn't get to make my day after shopping video. I usually go out, try and help you guys find the immediately after the holidays deals on art supplies and miniatures and role-playing materials, those kinds of things, 3D print STLs. And I wasn't able to do that video, but I was able to find some deals, and so I'll be lumping all of that in together with stuff that now will help us with the channel and the art and the role-playing games into the year. So there's no particular order. It's going to be whatever I can grab within arm's reach first, and so we'll jump right in. So first up, on my day out, on the day after the holidays, I picked up a bunch of these from Dollar Tree and the dollar store, Hobby Lobby. Those are the kinds of places I go to, and these are just felt backed pieces of terrain. So it's like a castle walls, and then I also found things like fences for all of the, there's all of the holiday villages or whatever that people put together. So those are great to grab after the holidays, at the day after the holidays. I also found a whole bunch of these leading up to and after the holidays, and was actually able to do these as little door prizes for my players at the session. They were like Santas and snowmen and elves with stacks of presents and stuff like that. But just a cheap and easy way to do lots of little tiny prizes for large groups of people. We had donated or gifted from one of the players 10 of these little boxes, and these are great. They're dice boxes in their original design, but they actually, I use them to transport commission paint minis and things like that, because you put double tape in the bottom, put the double tape onto the miniature, and then they have their own little enclosure that keeps them safe, keeps them from getting scratched. It allows them to transport without being squashed, etc. So those are super nice. I love having those on hand. This is absolutely awesome. I love this. My 6-year-old loves this. This is Mitger, and for those of you not in the Getherverse, Mitger is the Frogagog god of wild magic in the Atlacan pantheon, and so this was handmade by one of my players. Absolutely amazing. Absolutely love it. And so Mitger actually is going to take a place of honor up, live on the display if he's not traveling back and forth to sessions, etc. Alright, we'll do the big stuff next. I got a case, another thing for transporting minis, and very excited because it's two-sided, so it holds 2 minis deep, but also they're taller than all of the, I don't have any of the standard cases out there. So the standard cases here, this will be able to hold taller miniatures, so I'm excited for that, transporting those. And then in the same vein, these are for larger and taller miniatures. And then we also got the big heavy duty, my 6-year-old says it looks like a Hot Wheels case, but this is actually a very nice foam, I guess soundproofing, so that all the minis can have parties and stuff in there. But it has modulars, or not modular, but segments of the foam that you can pull out so that it fits tails or weapons or weird shapes on miniatures. But shortly before the holidays, I actually broke 9 miniatures, 3D printed miniatures, things that dropped and things that just, you know, they travel to sessions and they're loved. This will let me carry all of the fragile ones without having any paranoia that they're gonna get broken. We've got the next couple of things. I probably will do separate videos to unbox and or review. And that is, we got a box of Townsfolk miniatures from Monster Miniatures, looks like. Very excited for that. You guys know I love painting and having spare grays on hand. But this is extra useful for me on my Friday campaign because they just finished their level 20 campaign. They spend 3 weeks at a time because it's at the store, so everybody levels up together. But it was their last week was their last day of level 20, and this week they start level 1. So these are Townsfolk miniatures, and they're starting in a different town than the previous run of level 1 through level 20. And so the miniatures that I have for Townsfolk are all associated very heavily with specific NPCs in that town. And now I have a bunch of grays that I can paint and make into iconic NPCs in the new town. So we're very excited for that. And the other thing from our dear friend over at the Frybox 64 Productions got us washes, and basically I have been making all of my miniature paintings with one singular bottle of wash that came in my set of paints that I got 2 years ago as a birthday set. And so obviously the wash is something that not only do you use it for me on almost every mini, but because it's less thick than the paints, you go through it faster. You have to use more of it for it to make the same impact. Now, I'm not saying please don't go out and try to paint with just the washes, but I do go through it, and so now we have not only more of the same, but we have all these different variety, and so this is the Army Painter Quick Shade Washes set, and we'll probably, or I'll try to do a video, we'll do an unboxing on the Townsfolk minis, and we'll try to do a review with a couple of projects. So this one will probably come later because I need to paint some stuff, but probably we'll do a review of that when we get to it. Alright, along the same making miniatures have details vein, we got a set of super nice, like very, very small pens for doing detailing. This is from Two Hands, and there's not really, it's pigment liner is what it's called, but that's another thing for being able to do super small details. Very excited for that. On the game side, I got a very nice pen that came with a very nice journal, and so I'll be able to take my Game Master notes during session. Love the dragon. It's got an eyeball on the back, and see if I can find who this company is. It doesn't, I can't find anywhere what the company itself is, but if I find that out and it ever comes up again, I will let you know. Next in books, we have got the RPG Homebrew Races, and I'm not sure if I will do a this holiday season for us game masters and content creators was also the OGL debacle over at Hasbro and Wizards, and I may or may not do there's been so many creators making great videos on their reactions and all the legalese and that stuff, but regardless, that whole thing meant that I am added to the New Year's resolutions to do more homebrew, and it's not really possible to do more homebrew than I do because everything I do is homebrew, but to write it down and make it into an actual set of things. This is essentially a recording notebook that allows you to put the details as you're creating homebrew races. So very excited for this. I'm gonna fill this up right away. That's our goal. We're gonna try and fill this up so that we need another one of these for next year's holiday time. We've got for our players and session attenders a set of Dungeon Craft Battle Maps, the Turned Earth pack. So that's exciting, and basically because everything is homebrew, we can use anything that has a 1-inch grid, and the 1-inch grid is simply because that's the size of the bases that when I pour bases and make miniatures and all that stuff. And also, it's a very easy standard to use because the United States quarter coin is exactly an inch across. So if you ever are needing to draw your own grid for some reason, I don't have to, at least not anymore, because I've got these awesome map packs. But those are 1-inch grids. And the last thing for my session players that I'm very excited about, this is, I believe, written by Jeff Ashworth, the Game Master's book of traps, puzzles, and dungeons. And my players will know that I love puzzles, I love linguistics, I love solving things, I love spatial reasoning, and this is going to be a blast. I'm very excited to bring this to games, bring this to players, and have that be part of the lore that's created for the GETHERVERSE. I think that is it. I know it's not it. I know I've forgotten something or someone, but they will get their own video if I am reminded or think of it. I will mention that in the next video. Also, just want to thank the Patreon supporters and the financial donors, people that have gifted myself and the channel. I'm not trying to make a living at this, but every little thing is wonderful, and most of it, as you can see, gets put back into the content. So wanted to thank you on that. If you do have something that you really want us to paint or really want us to see or really want us to have, just message us, reach out, and we'll get you a shipping information for that. So appreciate you guys. That is the holidays. I hope if you got a break that it was a good break, and if you didn't get a break, I hope you get a break soon, and we will see you guys at the table. Thanks, Internet.